I'm glad that that's the first thing the audience hears. Hey,
Starting off New
guys,
Year strong.
gals, yeah, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome to War of the Shattered Sun 2024 edition. I am your host, as always, the one and only Pudding Pastry, the old humble dumble master for the evening, the one and only Farting Tart, joined by my crew of intrepid adventurers. We have the CGs, the J Frost 747s, the Joe Mojos, the Wicked River 97s. I swapped it up a little bit on y'all. Punk is not here yet. Punk is currently running late. Because no, don't be mean. Because her family is making them do a dinner with their neighbors. So they will be here at some point. But yes, until then.
Man, I can't believe it's been a whole year.
Negative inspiration to Joe. Negative inspiration. I knew somebody was going to do it.
Okay, but what were the odds that it was going to be me though?
I thought it was going to be you or J Frost. I wasn't sure who, but I knew it was going to be someone. A note for tonight, as we're kind of getting into things. I have recently been battling a sickness, one that caused me to almost completely lose my voice. So I am still kind of battling that a little bit. My voice is back. However, it may begin to die as we get a bit further into the session for tonight. We'll find out. And you'll probably be hearing me cough and clear my throat a bit. Let me clear my throat. Yeah, so a note for that. That being said, you know what time it is. Roll test rolls, nerds.
That's a 4.
First rolls in 2024. Let's go.
2024.
So like
11. 10.
I was clicking the button on my screen without realizing that it was the Twitch stream that I was clicking on.
Ugh.
Hey, 6.
Hey, not good for y'all to start the year off with. But hey, we'll figure it out. You guys will find your stride, probably, or you'll die. Who knows?
I'm gonna set my stride.
Now, as we are now in 2024, it's been a hot minute since we've had a session. I would like someone for inspiration to sort of give us the rundown as to what happened last time.
I'll give it a shot.
Do it, CG.
So the party continued with their downtime last session. Some armor was made. Some enhancements were made. A certain Goliath got really fucking drunk and dumped into the Feywilds before resuming their duties to help with crafting of said items. There was also a time when Ravan headed back to the Isles to find that his father was there, but thankfully not there to start shit. Instead handing him a record of all of the deeds of those that came before him, and now it was his time to write into the book itself. There was also the honestly, a lot of discovery this time around, as
there sure was.
Yeah, starting with Lily, who decided to have legend lore cast upon Dandelion, and I'm not going to go through the full list, but it essentially came from a star bowl.
A Starfell bull, yes.
Thank you. Which had a bit of a tangled history with Lily's family, but ultimately is what is powering Dandelion. There was also some downtime with Nexus, doing a little bit of training, doing a little bit of uh, talking to them about how they can do what they can do, which unfortunately led to a episode from him, a rather intensive episode where he needed immediate care.
Hee
Turns out that when Aurelia first dealt with Normandir, Aurelia had to go into the depths of Argomancy in order to more or less seal Normandir away, using the web of Erebus to kind of hold off the corruption brought about by Argomancy. Unfortunately, it didn't do the job entirely, and Aurelia was more or less living on a dwindling existence. And when she finally passed, she knew that if she would be brought back, the Argomancy corruption would take hold, so she requested not to do so. Elrock was not there for that. He missed that day. Bastard always taking days off in the most important times. But what's relevant here is, in doing so, the corruption stayed with her for several months or so, long enough for the birth of Nexus. Turns out, the affliction that has been plaguing Nexus this whole time has been Argomancy corruption.
You ever marinated a meat in some juice? Imagine that, except it's a child and a curse.
Mhm. No, I'd rather not imagine that.
Yeah, same, honestly.
There is one more thing that I missed a little bit earlier that happened before this. It was Adam and Drew and Corvin figured out a way to control the Enigma Gate using the pocket watch that Future Adam gave them. And I believe that is everything.
Okay. CG, go ahead and give yourself one whole inspiration.
Excellent. Thank you.
You are so very welcome. So, Jay Frost had to step away for a moment as his internet died, but we will continue nonetheless.
He's right there, though.
Oh, excuse me. Good Lord. I'm going to be doing that a bit. So, getting into things. Following these events that took place with Nexus, we kind of fast forward a little bit to the next day, where you guys, your equipment is done. Rovan, you, although distracted considering your recent, I won't say adventure, your recent experience with your father, you were a little distracted in helping Rugar with your sort of daily tasks, but you were able to do them nonetheless. You guys are able to acquire your new gear the next day. Sarah gets an upgraded wind needle. Rovan.
Yes.
Rugar plops up on the table what I can only describe as this. It almost looks like a small engine. And she pats it lightly and goes, "This is the business proposition." And she looks up and down the street. Explosive charge that you commission.
Mm-hmm. Nods his head again.
It has 3 safeguards, That all must be disabled before arming it. And once it is armed, you have 5 minutes before it goes off.
Oh, okay. 5 minutes. Not again.
That being said, the 5 minutes is because this is a rather significant boom. You could set the timer to be lower than 5 minutes, but I, frankly, don't recommend that.
Not again. How big is blast radius?
About 30-foot radius.
Not.
So, Rovan,
Mm-hmm.
you have been given the business proposition. You can go ahead and add that to your inventory. It takes 1 minute to set up an arm. And then you can set the timer for it to detonate as early or as quickly as 1 minute and then up to 5 minutes. Once it goes off, it detonates in a 30-foot radius area, dealing 20d6 bludgeoning damage and 20d6 fire.
Jesus.
And that's alchemist fire.
Sure is.
Oh. So 20d6 bludgeoning, you said?
20d6 bludgeoning, 20d6 fire. A total of 40 of a casual 40d6. Essentially a miniature meteor swarm. Yes, thank you, CG.
The idiot has the big boom.
He sure does.
Tired.
Hmm.
I just want you to know.
Uh-huh.
I'm putting this in general for you.
Uh-huh. Oh, don't worry. This is the happiest day of my life as well. Because y'all now have an idiot walking around with a miniature nuke in his back pocket.
So, like, question.
Uh-huh.
Is this thing like it just shoots it out, or we place it, set it, and run like hell?
You place it, set it, and run like hell.
Oh, lovely.
And hope it doesn't go off at any lingering moment in Rovan's back pocket. Smile. But, with that being said, we then come to Lily. Lily. Rugar turns to you and goes, "As for you, I believe I've outdone myself." And she hands you new and reformed Dandelion. Whereas before, the two individual pieces of the opal and Dandelion the blade have now become one piece. It's real. Sorry, I thought it was like fuck. Where the opal has now been sealed inside the hilt of the sword in this almost like this internal casing. I described Dandelion before when she was taking it apart as almost like a lightsaber. Now it certainly resembles one more than it ever did before. And you see that there's a new set. There's a new set of a sort of engravings in a gold filigree that sort of curves up almost like vines from the bottom of the hilt all the way to the top where it meets the blade. and the spot where the blade would normally meet, but is where the blade actually projects outward, is now similar to that of a rose. Lily,
Yes.
you have been given Dandelion. Awakened Dandelion.
Ooh.
Oh.
You no longer need 2 attunement slots for the opal and the blade, as the 2 of them together can fit, quote unquote, as just 1 attunement slot.
Let's fucking go.
It is also now a +3 weapon.
Oh.
Ooh.
You get an additional damage die. So your Dandelion will now do 2d8 instead of 1d8. And you can now cast the Guiding Bolt spell as an action without spending a spell slot an amount of times equal to your Charisma modifier.
Oh.
Ooh, freebie guiding bolt. Let's go.
We are finally in a place where we can have 4 people cast Guiding Bolt at the same time, have a chain of them.
You can cast this for free up to your Charisma modifier per day, which I believe your Charisma modifier is 2. Yes?
Yes.
So 2 times a day for free. And this cast of Guiding Bolt can only be at starting level, so first level. After those, you can cast a spell normally using a first level spell slot.
Okay. Wow.
So I'm going to put all that here in just a second.
Bless.
After I fix this very slight error I made in my notes. Okay. Let me give this to you. I'm gonna put it in. We'll put it in lore drops. Ah, my favorite when it doesn't keep my formatting. Give me a second. There you go. Let me actually do... There you go.
Bless.
No, Guiding Bolt.
I didn't say it, but I'm glad someone did.
Other hands.
As you light up your new and improved Dandelion, it comes forward as this beautiful pink blade reminiscent of, I don't know, your hair. And Rugar goes, "It's a very fine weapon. I hope I've done it justice.
You've done amazing. Lily will probably proceed to tell her some of what she learned about Dandelion and through the legend lore.
She listens intently, and as you sort of go deeper in on the explanation of things, well, I'm sorry, I have just misplaced my notes. Give me a sec. And by that I mean I accidentally closed them. There we go. But as you're kind of going through, and you mention the Kenosite deposit that is referenced in the story that you learn. Rugar goes, Kenosite. Yeah, no, that. I was wondering what that material was made out of. That makes a lot more sense. Well, I've made sure to push this thing to its absolute farthest reaches, so it should serve you well.
I couldn't thank you anymore.
I mean, you could bring it by every now and again to let me tune it.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, with all that being said, presuming everyone is a happy customer, she says, kind of looking around, eyeing everybody, looking over their new toys. Anything else I can help any of you with?
Above game, did we have anything else for her?
Not that I can think of, honestly.
I don't believe so. I can't think of anything.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay. As you all thank Rugar and begin to make your way away from her shop, each one of you will receive a sending message. All saying the same thing. All from a individual you recognize in Theon Dragonhawk. I would ask that you all meet me in the castle at your earliest convenience. We have much to discuss.
Question.
Uh-huh.
When receiving the message, would Corbin still be with the party, or would he be with Ara on the ship?
That is up to you. Everyone who is getting stuff from Rugar is together. As for where other people are, that's up to y'all.
Okay, because can I do like a brief thing with Ara before we convene?
Sure.
So as he gets the message, and he'll just reply, "Understood. I'll be there momentarily." He'll kind of give Ara a heads up.
What's going on?
It appears as though I'm being called for war.
Right.
When I come back, and it's going to be when, not never if, I think a little trip is in order for us. Say, to Navillis. So that's where you can meet my folks.
I think That sounds like a lovely idea.
You could also succumb to Himbo's bone-crushing hugs, and trust me, you think Ravon's a tough.
Noted.
He'll give her a hug and a kiss, and then kind of be on his way.
Okay. Hi, Punk.
Her.
Hi.
How perfect, as I actually had a scene I wanted to run with Corey. And now I have a chance to do that before we move on to the next thing.
Hi.
Hi.
Shit, I should have my notes out, shouldn't I?
You should. For what's coming, you should. Smile.
Ah!
Ominous.
Ominous. So just kind of recapping
What are
on...
you doing to my baby son now?
Nothing yet.
Who are you harming then? Please be me.
Please,
Hey, yo.
please, God.
As opposed to anyone else, God, please hurt me. Let it be me.
As to sort of give you a brief recap of what's happened thus far. For the most part, the party has gained their new upgraded, received their new upgraded equipment from Rugar. Lily's Dandelion is now super buffed. And Ravon has essentially a miniature nuke in his back pocket.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
he asked for it.
What? And you let him?
Smile. If it goes poorly, it doesn't affect me.
You're God, how does it not?
I don't know, punk.
I think I just solved a religious crisis in general.
You tell me.
Yes and no.
And thus, that was the end of their story as the party went up in a ball of fire and thunder.
So what you're saying is we finished the story before Cody Rhodes?
Yes. Although,
Spoiler
maybe
for
not
us.
the ending you wanted or anticipated.
Sorry, it's the bad ending.
It's okay. There's a reason why I gave it safeguards. Eyes emoji.
Hmm.
Because you knew you were giving it to a himbo.
Because I knew I was giving it to an idiot.
Yeah. Nice.
But, Punk, you let me know when I am good to
I have
proceed.
my notes.
Alright. I need you to do me just one thing. Roll initiative. No. Go ahead and give me your test roll. I will find some music.
2.
2. Wow, worse than everyone else. Y'all did not do well on these test rolls today.
Better test rolls than attack rolls and saves.
Yes. 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 Corey, you, following the previous day's events with Nexus and him having this intense bout of, we'll call it sickness, but now that you, and as well as your friends Diana and Flett have sort of looked deeper into, you realize that it in fact is very much not sickness. Nexus stays unconscious for the rest of that day, sleeping seemingly peacefully. You, Flit, and Diana stay with him as long as you're physically able to. And eventually you guys, with some of the comfortable chairs in the room, you guys eventually do find yourselves falling asleep while looking over him. You specifically fall into a deep sleep, a deeper sleep than you would expect considering the events that just occurred. Maybe it's your own exhaustion sort of taking a toll on your body. But as you start to rouse a bit, as you feel not quite a chill crawl across your face, but almost like a shimmer. Sort of begin to come to, and you realize that you are very much not in the room that you fell asleep in, but instead in an ever-drifting void of color, like space, a place you've been before. And as you sort of begin to come to, there is a voice that sort of echoes around you, one that you recognize to be the individual that spoke to you when you first gained your essence of the Rune Delver. And while the voice this go around is different, you still know it to be that same one. That boy means a lot to you, doesn't he? You hear this voice and you look around and you don't quite see who is speaking. But you know who it is. You just don't see them.
She'll just look straight ahead then as she answers. Yeah. There are at least 2 beings that will probably lose their lives. Because them existing completely conflicts with Nexus continuing. But it's different than how Diane is dear to me. Why?
There's a moment of quiet as you ask why. I see your passion, your desire to keep this child safe. I've seen it many a times in previous Rune Delvers. Passion, desire, passion for knowledge, passion for conflict. Yours, though, is empathetic. A desire to see those around you be well, be safe. It is admirable.
They deserve the best that this life, or any life, can give them.
Given...
Think about it.
Given the power to ensure this peace, this safety for those you care for,
And others, if I can help it.
you thus far have taken a path in discovery, learning, knowledge. But now I sense your desire to care for those around you surpasses your own curiosity. Is that a safe assumption?
I am not so willing to just drop everything to learn the whys as I was. I would need time to prepare and definitely make sure my affairs are kept in order, if that's what you mean.
Of course.
But I still want to know the whys.
This world is full of many secrets. Not all can be answered as of yet. As well as those who are close to you. Not all the ailments are currently within your capabilities. The power to cure that child is currently beyond the capabilities of you and your friends, but fret not. This world has a habit of rewarding those with the best of intentions. Stay strong for him, and in time, that power will come.
I'll try. I mean, I have no choice.
There's always a choice, Reiwa Kore. The path you take, the path you forge, will always be the one that you decide.
Indecision is still a decision, I guess.
Do I sense doubt in you, Reiwa Kore?
Some things are just lining up, and I'm wanting to make sure it's not selfish. But I don't get to choose what is presented to me, so it kind of doesn't matter. We're all opportunistic when we think about it.
Are you disappointed in your
I
path
wish
thus
I could
far?
do more in this moment. I don't like seeing him suffer.
I know.
He's so small, and he's trying so hard, and there's so much waiting for him that he didn't ask for. But now he's sick for a reason he didn't ask for and doesn't even know. And I don't even think the person who's at fault knows. And it's just a crime. It's just unfair. I know life is. It's just this one family got dealt one hell of a hand. And it feels weird that I'm sort of making a home for myself in this family.
You have proven to be more than simply an asset to this family. You have proven, you have claimed your own spot in this family. Without you, it is destined to fall apart. So do not let it. Be strong. Be the strength that they see in you. Be the strength that I see in you. And as you turn, Kore, as this sort of light beyond you begins to become more intense. You turn and you see the void taking shape into that of this gorgeous astral dragon. As the Void Lord Nashar watches over you. Corey,
Yeah?
do you have inspiration at this time?
No?
You do now.
Nice. Thank you.
You are so welcome. As this visage sort of looms over you, you begin to come to your senses as you awaken in the middle of the Nexus's bedchamber. You've been sort of sitting next to his bedside in a big comfortable chair with Diana by your side. She's also sort of fallen asleep as well, and has sort of kind of nuzzled up against you. And you see Flit kind of on the other side, also still asleep, it seems.
You said everyone's asleep?
Yes. Nexus included, who seems to still be passed out, sleeping peacefully, considering recent events. It does seem to be the next day, though. The next morning. I would say even a bit later in the next morning, probably closer to midday, probably about 11 o'clock.
Corey's gonna give a silent prayer to Nashar and just... the heavens, the gods in general. And snuggle back in a little tighter to sleep in.
Unfortunately, your desire to sleep in a bit more is cut short as the voice of Theon resounds through your head, as well as Diana and Flitz, who begin to stir as well, with the same message that was read before. I would ask that you all meet me in the castle at your earliest convenience. We have much to discuss. With that, I believe it would be safe to say that you all begin to make your way to meet Theon, yes?
Indeed.
Yes.
Making sure to tuck Nexus in and check on him one more time before she leaves, but yes.
He is asleep, but stable. He seems to be doing okay, almost like nothing happened. So, you all congregate and meet back in the guard hall, where sitting there, a bit worse for wear, not necessarily in terms of injury, but more he looks exhausted, is Theon. Ah, there you all are. Please, take a seat. We have much to discuss.
Yeah, we do.
As you all begin to take your seats, Theon sort of starts... I'm sure you all are aware now as to Cedric's capture, imprisonment.
his very, very stupid plan.
It was one that, unfortunately, none of us could prevent, as he withheld this stellar, remarkable plan from all of us. And I believe the reason is because he suspects who the traitor is, someone close to him, someone in the war effort, and he wishes to keep his plan from falling on deaf ears. Listening
Yeah.
ears, rather.
How much has he cued you in on this plan?
He told me he was going to send a few men out to strike a trade route, not a trade route, a caravan route. One that we know has been a bit of a hotspot for siege weaponry. And then I found out later that rather than enacting a trap and securing this, he in fact surrendered.
Surrendered himself to the Shattered Sun Orcs or to his
Yes.
own? Okay.
As far as I know, they have captured him as well as 5 other men.
Who amongst the men that were captured? Sorry, let me rephrase. Do you have like a list of who was captured besides Cedric?
I have a list of names, none of them of significant renown, but a list of names regardless.
Before we continue, and Flick kind of looks to everyone as it seems like we're going to have a discussion about this. Can we do like a sweep to make sure we're not being spied on?
I've already done one, but if you wish to do one yourselves, please feel free.
I don't know what we have to detect scrying.
Detect magic.
Does anyone have true seeing? Smile.
I'm not spending that fucking slot. Fuck you.
I ain't got that level, Chief.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
If
Only
anyone-
there was a. Sorry.
Specifically for detecting scrying, it would you would need some way to see a magical presence or something invisible.
I haven't adjusted my spells for the day, but that feels like kind of cheating since I haven't already done it.
I mean, I could do blind sight. I can do that.
We would need true sight, I think he said.
True sight, detect magic, anything of that regard.
I haven't changed my spells over, but I would say that I was going to put detect magic back on.
I'd be
Because I
fine
knew-
with that.
Yeah. I knew that we were going to have this conversation and that scrying is potentially a problem. So,
Smile.
I was gonna ask, may I commune for it? God, are we being spied on? That's a yes or no.
If you want to commune, you sure can. You have one of those for free.
hey, go for it.
Let me know, though. Commune gives you 3 questions.
I just have to come up with. I be like, party, 2 more, go.
I'll give you guys a quick 2 minutes to come up with some questions above game if you guys want to commune.
Are we being spied on? Is I guess we could ask.
Is what's
Well,
his tits
no.
onto us?
Yeah, what's Amadeus up to right now?
It has to be
And
yes
here's-
or no question.
Oh yeah, that's
So
true.
is
It
what's
is-
his tits onto us?
Yeah,
Yes,
Amadeus.
is Amadeus onto us?
That is a good question, though. And yes or no? Here, I got one that'll just give me peace of mind.
What?
Is Theon trustworthy?
Sure.
I believe, trust me, this is a 99% sure, but if it comes from the gods, I'm gonna put that last
Dude.
1% to rest.
No shit. If you're gonna do it, go ahead. Because we straight up had the fucking NPC who recruited us had been working with us for no shit 3 years. We found out in the last 6 sessions that they had been working against us the entire time. So if you're gonna do it, fucking go right on ahead.
I'm okay for it. I'm fine with that as our last question.
The quest giver's the bad guy? No.
So, unless anyone has any other suggestions, are we being spied on? Is Amadeus onto us? Is Theon trustworthy?
Sounds good
Okay.
for me.
Okay. So we'll do this one at a time. So, Corey, because you are the one casting the spell, ask your first question. Let it be known that the wording does matter.
Should have written these down. I don't know why they just left my brain. The first one left my brain. I know the.
Are you guys being
Amadeus-
spied on? I just wanted to know the specific wording for are you guys being spied on?
Are we being spied on via? I mean, just
Currently?
currently via divination or physical spying. Or
No.
okay. Is Amadeus aware of us going about our plans to usurp him and beat his ass?
No.
Is Theon a trustworthy homie?
Yes.
Wonderful. I will relay the information to the group.
Okay. As your one for use of commune.
Well,
With-
Corey?
I said I gave it to the group.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With these doubts now put at ease, I was hoping I could ask you all if Cedric gave you any sort of inkling as to what his goal with this plan was. Perhaps shared with you something he neglected to share with me.
Oh,
Well-
Theon.
Technically, Cedric didn't tell us anything. As of this current moment, you know more than we really should. However, we probably can't say much before we go to the battlefield.
If you're going to say anything that wishes to remain private, I suggest you do it now, as our other allies don't even know that I have currently left their side.
Yeah. So, we had a bit of an adventure that may or may not have taken us into the future.
He immediately gives you a quizzical look. The future.
It's it's a weird thing, but it's like it was basically like a demi-plane or something that made like a manifestation of the future, like how it's supposed to go, and it's kind of complicated, but the important thing is uh we came in after all of this happened and we got some information on what's currently happening.
The Amadeus is a bitch face.
Yeah, our traitor
Amadeus.
is Amadeus.
As you say that, he kind of leans back in his chair a bit and begins to sort of contemplate himself.
And Elroc's gonna make metal people.
Less
don't-
important
Yeah.
at this current
Important down
moment.
the line.
Yes.
I suppose
Look, I was
you
just
would
saying
have,
what came to mind first and foremost. Those two were it.
I suppose he would have the means. I just can't envision what his motive would be. He's been serving this kingdom for decades. Why would he?
So the ongoing theory that we have is just it's a little minor and basic, but it's kind of complete control as well as a secured spot in the new regime that will be taking over in lieu of Cedric.
Typical slimy.
Opportunistic.
Yeah. Ooh, better boss.
You see Theon, as he sort of contemplates this more and more, see him begin to get more frustrated, angrier, and he kind of clutches his right hand, and flames, like the light trickle of flames, begin to billow out from the corners of his mouth. Rat bastard!
There's a little bit more to it. He also gets... I don't know what process, but he's definitely no longer human. At least when we learn the information, he won't be human anymore. There's massive amounts of fiendish energy that emanates from him. You have any idea on that one?
That I do not, but clearly a lot of it has been going on without my knowing about it, so I can't say I'm plenty surprised.
We have a few ideas on how to approach Amadeus, and obviously, we have a lot to share about what we learned. We've talked to Reno and Nicholas about it, but as past that, I don't think we're keeping it kind of close and tight-lipped. And Theon, it's horrible in the future, just awful. So, whatever we can do, we need to make sure it doesn't come to pass.
Do you have
But-
any evidence to support your claim? Because while I trust you, I know you, Amadeus is sure to battle such an accusation, and I can't speak for Zarek.
That
Zarek
is
will
some-
demand proof.
Who's Zarek?
Oh, my apologies. Zarek Wildfang, he's been helping us in the fight against Skull. He was the one that Cedric was in negotiations with to form a treaty for a better future for the Fierce Lands before Skull struck the match, so to speak, with the killing of Doromir Stoneheart.
That actually is one thing I wanted to bring up. Unfortunately, we admittedly don't have proof, like solid proof. But that's how we figured out what Cedric's plan was before you told us about it. So you can, it's proof enough for like people who know us, as you agree, but definitely not for this Zarek. And there's one more thing you need to know.
That is.
When in the future, when we tried, in the future, our future selves did save Cedric, and we did think that we knew who the mole was, which was Amadeus, and we were right. But Amadeus was able to shift the blame to you.
He leans. He sort of cranks his head back. I just lets out a before he sort of slumps down onto one hand. Of course he did. Okay. Alright, so this is obviously something we're going to need to handle sooner rather than later. I suppose I'll cut straight to the chase. I'm bringing you all on board as a outside assistance. Zarek is planning a big move. And with the capture of Cedric, we can no longer afford to wait on an assault on Zorn. We want you all there. I want you all there for such a move. Because I can trust you all, and because you all have become quite powerful in your own right. Not that I doubt Zarek's ability, not that I doubt my own, but if we have a traitor on our midst, I think bringing on someone we can trust would be good for everyone. Especially a group of homeward heroes with such renown as, say, oh, I don't know, saving the entirety of Dragon's Reach from a
Also,
monster invasion.
Also, you'd think other ties with the rest of you and the Valley here God would bring us some renown amongst the army.
More specifically, he pauses for a moment. With what's about to happen, especially now that I know of Amadeus' betrayal, I'm going to have to likely task you all with rescuing Cedric, as well as likely finding and defeating Skull.
Oh,
Cor makes a sad face, and then she gets excited for a moment. After this, my bar's getting an expansion.
eyes on. Corey, always got the
Eyes on the prize.
Listen, I mean, at least
I just
someone else.
gotta beat up some more people.
At the very least, she's optimistic, and you know what? That is what we need.
That is
in
what
this
has
moment.
gotten us this far.
Pretty much, yeah.
I
And Diana.
realize that this is a big ask. You all have far exceeded my expectations. What we have asked of you, and every time we've asked you of something, you've gone above and beyond. And with this, with us knowing that Skull aligns himself with the Hellfire Assembly and him possessing the Mask of Baluzar, I just don't see myself capable of asking anyone else to complete such a task.
I appreciate the trust that you have in us. We'll be sure to honor it. We've got to set a precedent already, after all, right?
You all have already done me more than what I thought was capable in terms of favors. Now I promise you that I will find a way to repay you as I am physically able. And fret not, as we head to war, you have the assistance of myself as well as more than a few allies. I think it's safe to say Zarek will like you all.
I hope so.
That being said, Amadeus has been tacked onto Zarek's side since the capture of Cedric. He has also been pushing him to launch this invasion on Zorn. Knowing what you know, the presumption is that there's something going on that will cause the invasion to fail. I want you all to find out what that is. We need you all to find evidence and present it to Zarek. Otherwise, our hands will be tied on the matter. Zarek will not seek action against Amadeus without proof.
And a lot of good people could die.
Exactly. Amadeus he has been an ally of this nation for decades, as I mentioned. His men trust him. His personal guard are loyal to him. I, for a time, called him a friend. So such an accusation of this magnitude cannot go without evidence. So, when we encounter Amadeus, play nice until the time has come to expose his treachery. Can we agree on that?
I think so.
Now, Corey, that means no muttering of profanities under your breath. We can hear you. We're polite and we don't address it.
Or just, do it in primordial. I highly doubt he knows that language.
Currently scrolls over to check his languages. Okay.
I can play nice. I am nice, so it's not that much of a stretch. So I like to think I'm nice.
I
What were you
think you're
talking
very
about?
nice.
Oh, thank you. I think you're nice too, Lily. And we do the the fucking manly handshake.
Yes.
I pick and choose my moments.
I don't know why. I just imagine Flit turning into a gorilla just so she can get that extra muscle to match Lily.
Now, you all have also done me a great favor of informing me that he seeks to blame me for the leaked information. Now, I can take some precautions and perhaps we can catch him in the act.
Best of luck on that front. I imagine that you'll be helming a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff while we're looking for proof.
I have been acting in Cedric's stead as recent events have gone forward. Zarek trusts me. Suddenly, Amadeus' arguments. Well, I think I see where they're coming from now.
Arguments, you say? What has he brought up anything? The word in common that I'm looking for here. Has he brought up anything in the past that he's been shied away from?
No, just I would suggest one plan. Amadeus would argue against it as well as provide what he deems to be a better solution. Now I realize he's been toying with us, expending our resources where they could be best suited elsewhere. Suddenly, a lot of our failures on the front make sense. But unless you all have more to discuss with me.
Something of the same vein, but not as dire. So, Adam Acosta, as well as the new leader of Nevilis, Drilla Ashanari,
I'm sorry, what?
I'll explain that here in a moment, but this is actually something that you would be very much interested in. So, the Enigma Gate might actually have some form of control to it, to where we could hopefully enter ourselves into the base of the Blood Talons, if not the entire Hellfire Assembly.
That would provide us with quite the advantage.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting. I don't know, it's like this control that, and he kind of just like goes off into like this like Deku-esque like muttering of the findings and weirdly like technical usage of space-time manipulation.
There is a certain amount of wibbly and also a certain amount of wobbly in it.
Time stuff, man.
Did you say we have to be nice when we bring the accusations up?
I would ask that you be nice and not bring the accusations up until evidence is provided, yes.
But we don't have to be nice when we do it. Got it.
No.
Perfect.
But
Beats his ass.
She just points two finger guns at Theon. Thanks.
But please do not agitate him. Do not instigate him until such evidence is acquired.
Don't trip him in the hallways. Don't step on his cape. Okay.
Now, I'm sure you all have some questions that you would like to know about what exactly you're about to get into, so if you do, please feel free to ask. Above game, if you want to ask about, like, Zarek or anything about what is possibly coming your way, now's the time to do it.
Oh, I have a couple.
Please.
Ask away, Flit. I'm gonna write them down.
This is the time for notes.
I got
my pen.
I will secede the first position if anyone else would like to go before me.
I'm just here as note taker. Go on ahead.
Okay. So, Zarek,
Glad I got some extra water.
Sorry.
yes.
Quick clarification before you start. Zarek is pushing the big invasion?
Yes. Because of Cedric's Zarek has been throwing around the idea of invading the capital, Zorn, because of Cedric's capture, and Amadeus has been supporting him.
which excellent sign that's a bad idea.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it sounds like, in addition to proof, the main thing is we're gonna need to get Zarek on our side. Can you tell us about them?
Well, I'll give you the most important aspect of the most important fact of Zarek that you need to be aware of. Zarek is Skull's older brother.
Ah,
Oh,
Oh.
I see.
Flit suddenly has a flashback to that time that she and Corey scried on Cedric at the front, and there was an orc gentleman with them. Oh, was that who you were with when we poked our head in that one time?
Yes.
Uh,
Zarek is a renowned fighter, a champion of sorts. Not a champion fighter, though.
I was about to get the pitchfork.
And has been spending the last roughly 10 years unifying the orc clans in the Fierce Lands to unionize. to
What do we want? Better pay!
He's been unifying the orc clans in the Fierce Lands in a way of allying themselves with the greater empire. Things were going well. Zarek was at the head of it, with the world-defying clan behind him. Skull, though, his younger brother, took exception to that, claiming that allying themselves with, he would probably describe us as lesser life forms or probably weaklings.
Oh, he's that kind of jerk.
He sure is. He saw the whole thing as weakness, and so rather than supporting his brother, he went forward and gathered what men he could, which was a surprising amount at the time. And well, with the murder of Dormir Stoneheart, sparked the match that ignited into a war. Zarek has taken the men that he can from the remaining clans and has joined our side in the hopes of stopping his brother and hopefully fixing the broken allegiance that he had strived to create.
That was actually one of my follow-up questions, was if Zarek was the one who was in charge before Skull kind of jumped the line, if we take out Skull, will Zarek assume command? Would that be like the end of everything?
I was gonna wait for this, but that is the tricky part. If you kill Skull, his hold on his men falls through. It sinks into disarray. That being said, if Zarek kills Skull, he will be seen as the greater warrior, the greater leader. Those under Skull's command will likely fall in line.
So we have to position ourselves with Zarek as we are trying to defeat Skull and make a show that that Zarek is what who did it.
That is more or less the short of it. But that is something to solve for later. We have time until that conclusion.
Of
Not too
course.
much later, but yeah.
Cedric first.
Yes. Cedric, we are unsure as to Cedric's status. All that we know is that they brought him back to Zorn alive. We have a man on the inside, if you will. Someone who has been keeping tabs. The rumor is that Cedric's going to be sent to fight in the pits. The blood pits. Which gives us time to break him out.
Ah, boy, a ticking clock, yay.
Even more so, it could be a trap in its own right. Skull is normally ruthless. He's a butcher. The fact that he hasn't outright killed Cedric yet, it worries me.
You worry he wants to make a show of it.
No, I think something else.
Well,
I
with
think
us.
Well, yeah, but I think they need him. Rather, I think the only people capable of keeping Skull in line have requested that Cedric remain alive.
I mean, they are his benefactors. They supply him with practically everything, barring manpower, maybe. But even then,
Have there been any sightings of the Blood Talons or in the war effort?
Rumors, mostly, but no direct sightings, or at least no sightings that anyone is allowed to tell about. Unfortunately. So your guess is as good as mine, but I'd be surprised if they're not directly involved in at least some aspect.
Part of me hopes that they aren't, because you'd figure they'd want to try to jumpstart what they are trying to do now.
I wouldn't be surprised if if any of them attempted to come to Skull's aid. He has one of the artifacts, after all. The ones that they seem to be hunting as well.
Speaking of which, we still have one, right?
Yes,
the breastplate.
the breastplate.
Good. I don't know, I just paranoia took over my senses for like a brief moment.
After what Oz pulled, understandable.
But yes, as long as Cedric lives, there's a chance that we can rescue him. But that comes with its own set of risks.
Hmm. So it's most likely a trap in some way, or at the very least, at the behest of something. And
That would be my guess.
oh, here's a small question. Even if knowing that we don't, Amadeus is a jerk, we don't actually have to obey any of the military commanders or anything, right? They don't have authority over us, right?
You're coming in as independent contractors. So, technically, you're not under anyone's command.
That's good.
But you
More
are
important-
you are going to be seen as allies and will be expected to pull your weight in some regard, but in terms of command, no, technically no one has command over you.
That's good. Because if we had to inform someone who would also inform Amadeus about everything we did, that would make things very difficult. What's Zorn like?
Zorn comes in two layers. There's the city above ground, the main city, and then there is a vast underbelly of the city called the Undercroft. Underneath the surface, literally,
The under what?
the Undercroft.
Raw?
The Undercroft. Hold on.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
There's a vast industrial section of Zorn, which has almost been completely turned into a machine of war.
What is the productions?
It has a rather large mining operation as well as arms factories. And presumably there's some section of the Undercroft that is being dedicated to the contribution, the kind contribution to Skull's numbers that
Oh.
you discovered in Dry Hollow as well as other locations. We have thus referred to it as the gene pool.
I really do not like that.
Yeah, me neither. That. Ugh.
Theon,
Yes.
when you say arms manufacturing, you mentioned siege weapons earlier. What are we talking about? Ballista, onager, or more the explosive type?
Melissa, trebuchets, catapults, standard artillery, and then there have been rumors of a experimental weapon using Nova powder.
Could any of us roll for that?
Sure, anyone who wants to roll Arcana.
Okay.
Flit's eyes light up as they hear catapult and trebuchet in order.
13.
That's modified 20.
Flint said, "Ooh, they got snacks."
Ooh.
No, I
Five.
am very familiar with catapults and trebuchet.
Rovan said, ooh.
I mean, trebuchets are the most superior form of weaponry.
Onagers?
Candy on his desk. Ooh. Has Theon
Ooh,
always
he's
had
skinny.
this?
Ooh, be skinny.
Ooh,
be skinny.
can.
So anyone who got a 15 or higher,
Damn it.
sorry. So just Corbin.
Damn.
Hi.
So Nova powder is a relatively recent concoction, one that has not become a widespread munition, but it's gunpowder. It's gunpowder with a different name.
Think of it like alternative form of gunpowder.
No, I mean it's not an alternative form of gunpowder. It is gunpowder. I'm just not calling it gunpowder. I'm calling it Nova powder.
Oh.
Because
Back to
gunpowder
that,
in
thank
my
you.
setting is not very widespread at all. Thus, the arcane firearms. Nova powder is the introduction of gunpowder proper.
Gotcha.
You will repeat that.
Upon hearing this, Rovan's going to look to Flit, kind of tap his head, like the whole cell tap, and then he's going to tap the backpack. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Rovan, you would know that Nova powder was used in the building of your business proposition.
Oh! Well, in that case, still gonna do that, but go. Oh, I have ways we could screw that entire thing up.
I have a couple of ideas as well, but
I will
let's
just let you know if you decide to do that. It is underground.
Yes. bigger boom.
No. There's not a lot of place for that smoke to go, my friend.
It becomes a tomb.
You turn that entire underbelly of a city into a gas chamber, essentially.
A sedimentary gas chamber.
I know what I'm thinking.
You're murdering half a city.
But
Yeah.
depriving the enemy of a lot of assets.
So, anyways,
So, Ravon really said, some of you may die. That is a
Hold on.
risk I am willing,
I am willing to
take.
take.
Yes,
Look, it's
I'm
not-
not though.
Rove
Look.
Quad.
Look, above game, it's not a war crime the first time.
It's an accident.
That's not how that works at all.
Alright, Armin.
Did you just,
Loosen an arm and a legging.
did you just quote Attack on Titan in my stream?
What?
Bruh.
Armin's my baby boy.
Negative inspiration.
Aww.
Armin's my baby boy. Don't take it away. No.
Negative inspiration.
No, I love art. You can't do this to me. I refuse.
Just because he sounds like a majestic fucking eagle doesn't really detract the war crimes.
Anyways.
so, several underground facilities. Should we assume that everyone is hostile in it, or is it still like lived in by civilians and everyone?
That's the thing. The majority of the population that still remains within Zorn has been turned into Skull's private workforce. Those who don't pull their weight, they get a one-way ticket to the gene pool.
Ah. Forced labor and conversion.
So not everyone within the city's undercroft is necessarily a foe. That being said, everyone on the main city above, the city above ground, has been turned essentially into one large fortress. You shouldn't need to worry about civilian interference there. So, to sum it up, the city above is the fortress, whereas the Undercroft is the war machine.
Gotcha.
It is the production line, so to speak. You also know that there's a bestiary under there. That is where siege weaponry as well as just general arms manufacturing is made. And we know that Skull still has two generals running around. Zugar, who is in charge of said workforce, and Bavor the Golem, who oversees the arms manufacturing.
Can I get the second name again?
Yes. So, Zugar and Bavor the Golem.
And these, I'm so sorry.
These
these,
are
like,
these are the
generals?
last two members of Skull's blood pack.
Oh.
The ones that Flit learned about from a certain dead individual.
Indeed. Oh, so that's what those are who the shadow was referring to. Oh, okay.
Sorry, not the blood pack, the Hell Raiders.
Hmm. Okay. So I'm writing down everything, which is taking me a hot minute.
So,
anyone-
above games, a lot of the information I have given you just now will be given to you again later in a condensed, produced format.
Okay.
So don't worry about getting every aspect of this specific part of the conversation down.
No worries. But writing it down helps me remember as well.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any other ideas to suggest or bring up in the meantime? Okay. And Zugar, Bavor, the Golden, what can you tell me about them?
Well, Zugar, we know, is a Knoll. We know that he claims to be a descendant of the demon lord Yanogu, though that, as far as we can tell, is pure superstition. But we have no evidence to support one way or the other. That being said, he is in control of the entire workforce, especially the mining operation down in the Undercroft. He's brutal. No one dares to stand up to him, and our man on the inside has had more than one encounter with him. He's been known to be, we'll say, cowardly in nature, but he knows how to hold his own, so don't let his nature fool you. As for Bavor, Bavor is one that we only have rumors to go off of. Supposedly, Bavor wields the might of a dragon. What that means, I can't possibly tell you, but Bavor is the only one who has come close to besting Skull in one-on-one combat.
So he has to be the closest of Skull's lieutenants.
That is our presumption, yes.
Hmm.
Skull's second in command, if you will. Bavor was the first to join Skull in the formation of the Shattered Sun Orcs, as well as was there at his side at the murder of Doromir Stoneheart.
So definitely a true jerk no matter what.
He will likely be your greatest obstacle aside from Skull himself. I take great care if you seek to pursue him.
Okay.
While we only have rumors to go on, that in itself is enough to strike worry.
Indeed. We'll have to see about avoiding them if we want to make sure that we get to Cedric, though. That's good to know if a confrontation does break out. You mentioned a man on the inside. I won't ask who they are, because that kind of defeats the purpose, but, what can you share with us about them? How might we identify this person if we need to get in touch with them? Like, is there anything we need to know?
If you need to get in touch with them, I assure you that they will find you.
Okay.
What
I
I can
will...
tell you, though, is that they have been leading the resistance movement within Zorn's walls, within the Undercroft. They're elusive. They've lived in the town all their life, and they are Skull's number one thorn in their side. And they'll likely be your cover for any operations that we seek to perform.
Is there any kind of codes, passphrases that would help differentiate who the inside person is?
That I cannot tell you. That would be up for them to decide. But as I said,
to use a bit of judgment.
As I said, if you are to meet them, it will be because they seek you out. And I would be surprised if they chose not to.
Okay. Good to know.
I myself haven't even met this person face to face. Merely have received letters from them, as well as offerings proving their allegiance.
Okay. I think that's all the questions that I have at the moment. Does anyone else have any ideas? Flit said above and in character.
Above game. If you guys don't have any questions for right now, there will still be more information to come, so don't worry too much about it if you don't have any questions at the moment. This is just a good point to ask questions if you have them before we
Okay.
dive deep into a new arc.
Actually, I've got a question I'd like to ask in game.
Sure.
Barring Zorn's fortified upper city, what is the pathway to Zorn looking like? What are the surrounding outposts or even like fortresses? Like, what is like? Ravon's basically asking like, if one was to approach Zorn, what's the encountered resistance going to look like? Like,
The clans of the Fierce Lands are well familiar with the lands, the canyons, the valleys. Everywhere you go, you have to worry about an ambush. But I have devised a way to get you into the Undercroft with, thankfully, very little resistance.
Oh.
is that so?
A plan in progress, I should say.
Well, again, until we know exactly where Cedric is, like, that's a good idea, but Cedric would take priority, and Cedric's not in the Undercroft.
He's not in the Undercroft as far as we know, not 100% sure yet. The blood pits we know are in the city above. It would stand to reason that the prison would be in the Undercroft, but we have yet to figure out if that is the case or not.
I think Flit has no more questions.
Any other questions, gamers? Gamerers?
I don't have any right now.
Not at this current moment. Mostly what's gonna when we get there.
I've got one.
Okay.
And it's kind of stupid, but I would like to ask.
I would expect nothing less.
Love you too, buddy.
Enjoy that miniature nuke I've got in your back pocket.
I will always enjoy highly destructive weaponry, but no. With kind of knowledge of the Divine Isles and stuff, what's the Fierce Lands naval situation when it comes to like, would I know what it's like over by past Mount Silver towards like the port city of Tyr and Vaco?
You know that you're not sure what the exact situation with their naval force is, but you know that the Divine Isles has been single-handedly responsible for keeping the naval force, which admittedly is not super strong at the moment, from leaking into the rest of the nation. Except for the stint in when they were able to reach Evergreen.
Got it. If that's the case, Ravon would like to ask Theon if we are unable to escape via magical means. Is there a potential of conventional travel for us? Maybe to the city of Tyr if we escape down into Vaco.
It's funny you mentioned that. That is actually where we will be going. Vaco.
Even better.
That has been one of the better pieces of news in the recent war effort. Was the recent acquisition of Vaco, giving us the closest, largest city to Zorn, giving us a staging ground. It took a lot of men to acquire that city.
I understand.
Any other questions, gamers?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, above game question.
Okay.
It was Theon who did my bar, right?
It sure was.
That's what I thought. Theon, any special requests for your your permanent chair in the bar for after all of this?
He thinks for a moment. Red velvet.
How
Red
did I
velvet for
know?
the padding.
How did I know? All right, you got it.
All right, Exilia Regalia. Is it safe to assume you are ready, or do you need more time to prepare? I'd like to ask you if you have any other business to handle to expedite it if possible, considering our timeline.
I have something real quick, but it shouldn't take more than a few minutes.
That will be fine.
With your permission, Flit would like to dip out for a little bit and go see if she can find Reno.
Okay. You are able to do so.
Hey, we're probably gonna head on out here in a minute. I was wondering if you would do something for me?
Yes, of course, my dear. What do you need? Ah, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to get the spell list for you.
Yeah.
Give me one moment.
So, Flit's going to come in and just gonna say, well, we're gonna be heading out and I'd like to see if you can provide something for me. And she's going to hold out the Ring of Spell Storing.
Any spells in particular you would like?
Does he have Armor of Agathis?
He sure does.
That would be excellent then.
It goes up to 5th. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
'Kay.
I believe just because of the nature of warlocks, no matter what he puts in the ring
Yeah.
is just going to consume the whole ring.
Yes. So if you want Armor of Agathis, it will have to be a 5th level Armor of Agathis.
That's perfectly fine. I think it scales fantastically.
Cool. Then that is what you will get.
That spell at 5th level is disgusting.
True. But yeah, she'll just
Fireball.
Fifth
Uh,
level.
she'll get the
Level.
spell and she'll just like, now I know that even far away, you're still looking out for me.
He smiles. Please remain safe, my dear. We'll keep a good eye on the boy while you're gone.
Please and thank you.
Apparently, we
Last
can't
thing-
trust Garrett to do it anymore.
Well, I mean, a little bit. Yeah.
I'm sure Corey would agree with me.
Mm.
You're not there. You sneeze. Someone's talking about you.
Flit, after getting the spell, is going to give him a kiss, and
Case acquired.
and
achieved.
you caught a smoochum, and waving goodbye to Reno, wishing him luck in watching over Nexus as well, will return.
Okay. Anyone else have anyone they wish to speak to before you guys leave? Corey, I believe you wanted to do something.
Yeah, but it can wait if someone wants to go.
Sounds like an opportunity to me.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Cora would like to go hug and kiss Nexus one more time.
Yes.
And instill the fear of the gods in his guards one more time before we leave. And his physician. Well, I say threaten, but just impart the importance of safety
Yes. You put the
and
fear of God in them.
attention. Put the fear of the gods.
You make sure they know their place. Okay. You do one more
Beneath my
check-in on
foot
Nexus.
if anything goes wrong.
You do one more check-in on Nexus, and the guards assure you that once he is awake, someone will let you know. Spoilers,
Please make sure he
it will
doesn't
be
strain
Reno.
himself. Please. Please make sure he doesn't push himself too much.
Noted.
I like the idea of Corey threatening, like, pseudo-threatening the guards by leaving a description of all the diseases that she can give them with contagion if
I was
they
about to
fail.
say, she just puts the spell description for contagion on the door.
There's like visual descript. She creates a picture book that has like pop-up diseases in them.
Oh my god. The Ways I Could Beat Your Ass by Ray Hawkore.
Yes.
An
Spell list,
autobiography.
move list. It's got her autograph.
Oh god. It's got like that one flip book thing, like from the Captain Underpants books.
Yes.
Where you flip it back and forth, and it's her fucking punching them.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's the illustration. It's me. It's Corey punching Elrond. We're gonna be hopeful here. Just a doodle of it. Yes.
Alrighty. Anyone else?
He is stinkhorn. Corvin already said his goodbyes.
Okay. Going once?
Hills?
Going twice? The only two I haven't heard from are Rovan and Lily.
Paladin pals, wake up.
I don't have
Ow.
anything.
Okay, so
Wow, fuck
Paladin.
Genie,
I
I
know.
guess.
I would
Lily
say
probably would have said her goodbyes
Okay.
before, because
Big
she.
smooches, lots of
knew.
cheers,
Yeah,
lots
fair
of
enough.
gay.
Just making sure. I
Same
didn't
with
want
Ravon.
you to come back and Genie is like, where have you been?
You said you were
You
gonna
said
get
you were
milk!
You said you would be right back.
Red eggs.
Yeah.
It's been 8 months.
It's been 1 week. since
Where's
I've
the
had
bread?
Where's the milk? The milk spoiled. It's now butter.
any milk. I will got cow. Lift cow.
What about you, Ravon? Anyone you want to say your goodbyes to before you go?
He will say his goodbye to Kieran,
I figured you
first
would.
and foremost.
I was kind of
Yeah.
hoping you would.
The bunny batty.
Hey, yo,
Oh,
dude.
No! Kieran is good bean!
She's a baddie though.
She's a baddie,
cute.
though.
She's kind of
Cute.
a baddie, though.
She
Hey, remember
baddie,
that-
though.
Remember that time that your girlfriend sealed away an Uber Lich? That's a pretty badass thing.
She a
Okay,
baddie.
that's
Rovan
badass!
Rovan really said me and the goth druid girl I nabbed by being autistic.
What? Oh no,
Hold up,
Tart, you
what?
just reminded me of something horrible that a buddy of mine said.
I think that's a reference, Joe.
It's a me.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
me.
God.
It's me, and it's a thing where it's. I don't have the image in front of me, but it's me and the emo goth chick I got by being autistic. That's the
Damn,
meme.
you really hit me in the fucking forehead right there, my guy.
Kill.
Sorry, I'm just imagining the goth lady I was talking to just the other day, and
I'm trying to see if I can find it now. Me and the goth girl I pulled by being autistic. That's what it is.
drop
Put
something.
it in the memes.
Easily
Put it
cursed.
in the memes.
That's what it means. I got something cursed.
Can't find the original image. Oh wait, hold on.
It's somewhere. You gotta dig deep in the meme mine.
Well, this is not the same thing, but it's basically this. Me and the bad bitch I pulled for being cringe. Fucking fix it, Felix and his hot wife.
Gotta put something in memes just because it's gonna be cursed as fuck.
Here we go. Here's another one. Here we go. Me and the bad bitch I pulled by being autistic. There it is.
Oh. God.
There are a lot of variations on that one in particular. But anyways.
Damn, I didn't know Chip pulled.
It's funny because chat can't see those either, so they have no idea what I'm putting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he'll say his goodbyes to Kieran. He will say goodbye to friends and family, and
One more fuck you to dad on the shrine in the family house.
yeah,
Thank you, household gods. Fuck you, dad.
before he leaves, he is picking up the book, though. He's taking it.
you're gonna take the book with you. Okay,
hmm
understandable. Are you gonna be writing it during this time away? Writing in it, I should
Perhaps.
say. Okay.
Perhaps.
I'll only ask that if you. I won't ask specifically what you're writing in the book yet. That will come at the end of the campaign.
Of course.
But I will ask that you just let me know whenever you decide to take some time to write in the book.
You got it, boss.
But with that being said, unless anybody has any last minute business they want to take care of, going once, going twice.
I wish to start a riot. No, just ignore me.
That will take more than 5 minutes.
Let's start a riot!
Thank you, Punk.
Don't worry, that chance will come later.
Yeah, we gonna mess it up in initiative, Corbin!
But you guys gather around Theon, and for the first time in a little bit of time, he whisks you all away in a bright light using teleport. And as we make our way to the city of Vaco in the Fierce Lands, on the front lines of war, that's where we're going to take our break.
Perk.
You guys got a lot of
Hooray!
information just now.
Yeah.
We're about to have some fun as we are officially beginning the war arc.
Oh boy.
War, what is it good for absolute enough?
which is appropriate considering that war is literally in the title of this campaign. I wonder what that
Say
could
it
mean.
again.
But
It means we're 4 years behind on starting this campaign. Damn it!
fine.
It's all the prequel.
Yes. Now we begin the actual campaign.
All right, let's roll for stats.
Alright, buckle up!
Yeah. You guys ever see Galactic Conquest from Star Wars? Fucking Battlefront 2? That's what we're doing now. But, with that being said, we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick bio break. Don't go anywhere.
Your partners say it's always hot as hell.
No one knows how gay River is, except all of us. Hey, we're back.
No one knows the trouble I've seen.
No.
Nobody knows but Jesus.
Jesus.
I know.
Hey.
Yeah, Jesus. He's over there.
Hey,
Say hi,
chats.
Jesus. He's shy.
Hey, chat, save us from our madness.
Yes.
No.
Let's get back into it. Let me... Oh, I don't have war music. Hold on. I might have something, actually. I think it's
War
technically
music.
battle music, but...
Oh,
You want some background ambience?
Hold on. I'm checking. I think it's... I have something that I think is in my battle music. I'm now scrolling through. Is it this? Yeah! There we go. How do we feel about that?
yeah, that fits.
I think that fits quite well. It's technically battle music, but it's fine. So, you guys emerge inside of a larger tent and what you presume to be the Fierce Lands. Based on the interior and based on who you're with, you presume it to be Theon's tent, as it is a bit nicer in nature. Welcome to the front line and welcome to the city of Vaco. I've taken a habit to stay in a tent near the coast, as I just find it more enjoyable. Let's just go meet with Zarek, and I suppose, if we have to, Amadeus.
After you.
You guys exit the tent, and you do see that you are on a bit of a higher elevation, and you see all around you are tents, soldiers stationed in buildings that have been turned into impromptu barracks. You do see that there are civilians about, though not as many as you would have expected in a city that's actually quite sizable. Do you also see that surrounding this city is a lot of water? The city is basically an island. If you guys have had, hold on, I need to find it. What's that French city called? That one's that it's like a fortress. No, it's not a fortress. But hold on.
I don't know. Where's Jake?
I know I used to know this. Mont Saint Michel. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No, but I might if there's an. You know,
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
one that
yes.
basically has the ocean level, and when it dries down,
Yeah.
it becomes a solid roof, but there's so much fucking quicksand.
Yeah. It's basically this, Hold on, let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can get a picture without the water. Low tide. There you go. And then when the water goes down, it looks like this, and you can just fucking walk around. This is basically what you're dealing with.
Ah.
Interesting.
Holy shit.
It's very, very cool. It is so fucking cool. But as you guys kind of begin walking forward, as you continue on, you do see a number of troops who stop and they salute Theon, and he sort of gives them a gesture, an at ease gesture, and they move along. A few of them do give you looks, as they have not seen you guys around before. But as you are with Theon, no one seems to question your presence here. As you continue forward, you guys are brought to a larger building. You presume it to be either a town hall or some congregation, some building meant for population congregation, as it is a bit more sizable. And as you go in, you do see that has been turned into sort of a command center for the front line. You guys are quickly brought to a side room where inside you do hear a number of voices, 2 voices specifically, talking to each other. What was your question, Joe?
Just a reminder, because short-term memory is apparently failing me in my old age. We were brought in as consultants after Cedric got captured, right?
You're being brought in as outside help.
Because like, and
Officially.
this was actually outside help in just the war effort in general.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're basically hired mercenaries. In the eyes of the forces here.
Thank you. Apologies.
No, you're good. As Theon pushes the door open, you see 5 individuals currently standing around what appears to be a war table. You see the familiar visage of Amadeus Voiler, who, for those who may not remember, is this individual. You see that he's hunched over the war table with his arms out wide, and he looks to be staring at the figure across from him, who is a large orc figure, who I will show here, who, based on those who checked in earlier, you would know who this is, but based on earlier testimonies, you presume to be Zarek Worldfang.
Oh, that man is a Chad.
Da, 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 da.
You would not believe how hard it was trying to get an image for this man that was as close as to how I could make it, as to what I envisioned. And what I ended up with was Orc Omega Chad.
I just look at this guy and I'm immediately thinking of which clan in World of Warcraft he was in.
It makes me think of not Garrosh, but the other one.
The other one I got was this, and I don't think it fits quite right.
Nah, that's like
Yeah.
half.
Yeah.
Considering how his brother looks, I was like, that's too far off.
Maybe if he was a half orc, but not really.
And then standing at Amadeus' side are 3 colorful individuals that you recognize to be his Chroma Guard. One in blue, one in red, and one in purple. And I will... They haven't introduced themselves yet, but I will go ahead and give them to you now. You have Aldrich Estes, the blue. You have Faustius the Red. You have Hildegard Duskstone the Purple. Again, none of them have introduced themselves to you yet, but I'm just showing these to you now because you can see them and this is what they look like. But feel free to go ahead and write those names down if you wish. But those are Amadeus's Chroma Guard. As you all enter the room, Zarek turns to face your group. Ah, Theon, there you are. And you brought friends, it seems. And Amadeus, seeing your group enter, kinda shoots up quizzically. Theon, what are they doing here?
Can I get a general insight on Amadeus?
Same.
Sure. What are you guys trying to insight?
Please.
Try to sense if like any form of like panic or like
Gimmicky
shock.
annoyance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll insight.
26.
29.
He's feigning surprise because which makes sense to you guys because you know that he knows that Cedric's plan involved bringing you here. He knows you guys. He knew you guys were coming, and he's feigning surprise now. Considering the large-scale mission currently that we are currently devising, I figured it would be best to bring outside help. This is exactly a regalia. They have gone above and beyond that which has been required by me and Cedric more than once. They can be trusted. Zarek sort of gives you all a good look over, and he's gonna insight y'all. You guys can roll deception if you want, but he's not really trying to insight any hidden motives or anything. He's just giving. He's basically doing a vibe check on y'all.
Sure, why not?
I will not roll deception and instead give a gentle wave.
21.
To anyone.
The moment that Theon does say this is Exalia Regalia, Corvin would actually like to do a very like over-exaggerating bow in hopes to make somebody in this room laugh.
You do that, and you see Hildegard Duskstone, the one in the purple. The one in purple. She actually kind of lets out a chuckle. Oh, they're polite. And then you see as her eyes look over to Ravon. And it looks like they have a lot to offer. As she sidesteps over to Ravon. I didn't know you were bringing meat, Theon. And you hear Amadeus, stand down, Duskstone. Oh, but boss, come on. I just wanted to make sure our new recruits are. We're getting familiar with our new recruits. I said, stand down. Oh, fine.
Oh, so madame, he's very much taken.
Oh, he will be.
Please no. His girlfriend is actually kind of terrifying in her own right.
Oh, darling, you misjudged me. As she sort of comes over and she coyly, like, sits on the edge of the war table, to which Aldrich whispers something in her ear, and it seems to sort of rein her in somewhat as she then kind of slightly less enthusiastically slides off the table.
Did I hear? Did I make it out?
You, Korai, with your observant feature, you see him simply go, "Stop. Now. You're making a fool of yourself."
Which one was that again?
Aldrich,
Thank you.
the blue. Zarek, who's been looking you all over, goes, "Well, Theon, if you vouch for them, I trust you. We could use all the help we can get, considering what's happened with Cedric. You all look mighty capable, but I don't know you, and I don't know what you know about me."
Quite a few things.
Theon keeps you all well informed, then. Good. Then you know that I'm Zarek Worldfang. I am with the capture of Cedric, you could say I'm in charge here. And you see he very much hesitates at saying in charge. To which Theon goes, "It's a joint operation. What I ask now is, who are you and what are you capable of? I would like to know exactly what we're dealing with, so that way I know where you would be best suited."
Well, not to speak for everybody else, but the name's Corvin Althakir, Bard of the Wilds, a musician by trade, very knowledgeable of the arcane, the weave, and kind of everything in between.
You hear Faustius, the one in red, go, "Oh, a bard, good. We can bowl the orcs to death. Lovely."
Oh, darling, you have no
Don't call
idea
me
what I'm
that.
capable of. All right then, love.
That's not much better.
I know.
One of those, I see. Got it.
Always.
As he sort of leans back up against the wall.
Which one was this?
This was Faustius, the one in red.
Okay, I'm noting down Faustius. Not buying Corvin's bull.
We could just like create an entire book about those kinds of people.
Hi, I'm Flit. I can turn into animals and occasionally the elements, and I'm also can turn other people into animals and generate earthquakes and other stuff, but you know that.
A druid.
Uh-huh.
That's good. We have much use for you here then. The presence is welcome.
Thank you. I look to help wherever I can.
How are you in terms of healing magic?
Pretty strong. Though I'm probably the second best in our little collective of healing capabilities.
You hear Diana over at the side go, I mean, if you're gonna say it like that, jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I say a lie?
No. She says defeated. My name is Diana LeBlanc. And you hear Aldrich go, "High Priestess, why are you here out on the front? Aren't your duties requiring you elsewhere?" "My duties require me to be where I am most needed, and while the war effort is not my favorite place to be, it is where my duty calls. I'm a life cleric by trade. If you have injured, I am more than willing to help who I can." Zarek nods. "That is a great help. Thank you kindly. We'll take what we can get. The rest of you. You, tall one. What's your name?" He looks at you, Rovan.
Rovan Sionis.
For the record,
Probably.
Rovan, you are about eye level with this man.
Fastius?
No, Zarek.
Oh, Zarek.
He's just about your
Hey.
height.
My brother.
Tall boys, tall boys.
Yeah. Ravon replies back. Ravon Sionis, Paladin of Atlas. And kind of like... is there any, like, mundane item, kind of like, not useful, maybe like a fucking can or something?
A can?
Like, I don't know.
You
Just
pick up like a
something...
chair.
No. Look, just like an item I can just blast with Eldritch Blast with.
I'm gonna recommend you don't do that.
Eh,
You are in a
Alright.
war zone.
fair enough. We'll just go. Paladin of Atlas, amongst other things.
They're the holy man. Paladins are sure to come by here on the front. Your services will be well used.
Nods.
Then he looks to you, Lily. You seem to be another of the potential holy order. No. You're a soldier by trade, aren't you? I can tell by your demeanor.
Yes, sir. Captain, sir.
Captain. Welcome.
Yes.
We're happy to have your expertise here, Captain.
I am, ambush scout by nature. I'm a fighter and a paladin. I kinda dabble.
He nods. We'll make sure to put your expertise to good work. He looks to you, Corey. And you.
Me.
What is your name?
Requakore.
And what do you do, Reiwa Corey?
Whatever floats my boat, usually.
You feel Theon nudge you, kind of like bump you.
Sorry. Have it. Druid!
Reiwa Corey is not a fan of authority. Isn't that right?
Her ears kind of droop back as she gets like a little bashful. It's not. But I do like to help. And I can also heal, if nothing else.
Noted. Well, I'm sure all of your skills will be put to the test in what is to come. And I thank you all for being here, willing to assist us here on the front line.
Of course.
You guys,
You mentioned
you guys would notice, and it's very obvious. No check required. All of you see it. Amadeus is scowling at y'all during this conversation.
understandable.
Who did he have the biggest bitch face at when they had to introduce themselves? Who did we introduce ourselves again to, by the way?
Zarek.
Zarek, thank you.
Yes.
Zarek kind of
The
went
good
down the
orc.
left. Yes. We like Zarek. Zarek is a good boy. Until proven otherwise. But for now, he's a good boy. Probably you, Corey. Because of your reputation.
Which one?
Your reputation of not liking authority.
Ah.
Yeah, I can't imagine Corey taking orders from anyone.
Yeah, she just smiles at Zarek.
So I guess the first thing I want to ask is, how can we help? Uh, Obviously, there's a lot to help, but where to start?
That we're sort of working out at the moment. Theon speaks up. Actually, considering what we're now planning to do, I brought this group on board to actually fulfill those operations that we've been discussing. Like I said, outside help to assist with the ongoing plan. You wish to send them into the Undercroft? Possibly, potentially, but that... I don't wish to put them in imminent danger, but I know that they are far more capable of just about anyone else right now. And you see Zarek folds his arms together. That's quite a big claim. You speak this highly of this group. I do. This group saved the capital, Dragon's Reach, from a massive monster infestation just a few weeks ago. I would trust them with my life. And Zarek looks over your group once more. Good to know. Well, Exilia Regalia. I suppose we should start filling you in on what we have planned. And then, as he starts saying that, there's a knock at the door. Pounding a... Lord Wildfang! Enter! And a soldier opens the door to the chamber. And sort of seeing the large crowd, he's taken aback a bit. Sorry, sir, but you're going to want to see this. He's here. Of course he is. Let's get this over with. All of you, with me. That includes you, Exilia Regalia. You'll want to see this as well.
I think that sounds like a good idea. Noticing the urgency in the room, Flit will follow.
Corvin is like nipping at the heels of whoever's in the lead.
It would be Zarek. Very much Zarek.
Corey right behind, if not in front of Corvin.
Is it safe to assume that everyone is going?
Zoomy zoom.
Zoomy zoom. Okay. Everyone leaves the chamber. Your group, Theon, the Chroma Guard, Amadeus, Zarek, everyone strides out of this chamber as Zarek is moving with purpose. You can hear the Chroma Guard kind of whispering amongst themselves. Hildegard goes, what are we exactly rushing for? And you hear Faustius goes, seems like the time for bargaining has come.
Oh boy.
As you guys move forward and you begin to get outside, it's distant, but you guys can hear the call of a deep orc voice. Zarek! I know you're in there! Zarek! It's distant, but despite it being distant, it is louder than you would probably expect. You would think it would be coming from the city, but as you get closer to it, you realize that it is just a voice that is loud and carrying. I'm going to change our music. As you guys move forward, I would like everyone to make me perception checks.
15.
16.
16.
Nice.
25.
Wheel.
7.
If you're gonna give Wheel to anyone, I suggest you give it to Rovan.
Hooray!
Okay, so that bumps it up.
12.
That's a 12. That is the DC. So that's perfect.
Hooray! Thank you.
As you guys continue forward, it isn't long as you are heading towards the front city gates that just on the outside of the city, probably a couple 100 feet from the gates, is this massive, burning, 3-headed Cerberus.
Big dog. Oh god.
Big dog. On the back of this creature, you see a set of chains coming back from the 3 heads to what looks to be a small platform that's been built almost like a saddle on the back of this creature, and a single orc on the back of it, one that you guys recognize. So I look for his art. As I look for his art, I said, "Where's his art?" There it is.
Damn!
Man did not skip chest day.
No, he
Oh
sure
my
didn't.
day.
This
fucking
huge hulking orc with what sounds like what looks like a horn in his hand, but rather than blowing into it, he's talking into it, and it seems to be projecting his voice forward. And those who would have a higher perception, 15 or above, would notice that Zarek has a similar horn at his side. As you all reach the top of the gates to the city, and you see Skull mere a few 100 feet away, Zarek pulls out his horn, or he begins to reach for his horn. The guard who's been kind of guiding you here goes, He came alone, sir." "I know. I always knew he would. What do you think he wants, sir?" "He's here to boast. He's here with demands. He's here to lower our morale. No one opened fire on him. Not a single one." "Sir, are you sure?" "I'm positive." And you guys can see there are a number of guards on the gates with their crossbows and their longbows drawn, prepped. You see that there are 2 ballistas and catapults that have been brought up to the walls that are prepared to fire. And Zarek reaches for his horn, and he calls out, "Skull! The shattered sun, Bloodlord. To what do I owe this visit?" "Zarek! I'm sure you know by now about the capture of your leader, Cedric Aragon." "Yep. We're doing this. We're boasting. All right. Yes, we have been made well aware of the capture of King Aragon. I assume you're here to make demands." "Ah, Zarek, you are always have been a smart man, but I assumed even the dumbest would be able to know that. Yes, of course I've come with demands. And more importantly, I've come to tell you what is to occur should my demands not be met. Well, what are your demands then, Skull? Please enlighten us. And there's a pause before Skull calls out, Zarek! I'm going to give you an ultimatum. You have 1 week for you to surrender and for all of the Dominion troops to pull out of the Fiercelands. 1 week? So that's not nearly enough time. He knows that. He's counting on it. Should you not pull out, should you not surrender, Lord Aragon will meet the blade of Skull, another victim of war. And I shall unleash hell upon the city of Vaco and the rest of Asterios. Zarek turns. He sort of looks to your group for a moment in silence before taking the horn back out and calling back the Skull. How do I know that Lord Aragon still lives, Skull? Can't expect me to agree to this generous offer with mere hearsay. Zarek, King Aragon, as you call him. That is a fine specimen. He has kept me at odds for weeks, months. No, his death shall not come so swift. No, Lord Aragon will seek to fend for himself in the blood pits, day in, day out, until you surrender, or until I get bored, Zarek. You see, my men, they crave a good fight, and Cedric Aragon, despite our differences, is one hell of a fighter. Seeing him fight in the blood pits will be good for morale, and more so, seeing him fail, well, that merely brings a smile to my face. One week, Zarek. That is all I am giving you. Or, that is to say, provided Cedric does not meet his end in the pits. The soldier next to Zarek speaks up. What would you have us do, sir? Let him go. Are you sure? Killing him now won't do anything, and it will just sentence Cedric to death. As much as I hate to admit it, Cedric being in the pits is the only chance that we have to saving him. I understand, Zarek, if you need time to think on this offer, so I leave you with the gifts. And he throws a sack down to the ground by the feet of the Cerberus. There's the crack of a whip. I hope I see you soon, Zarek. As the great beast, the Cerberus, begins to turn away. Does anyone do anything?
That's a good question, Mega Man. Not particularly.
No, I don't have anything.
Lily wouldn't do anything either.
Nada.
Of course, I need the range on this. Hold on.
No aneurysms.
No! It's just something to fuck with him leaving.
Fair enough.
May I know what you're attempting to do, Corey?
Just a sec. Damn it. It won't work, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Amadeus comes over and he grabs Zarek and he turns him to face him. You're just letting him leave? This is our chance. You would risk Cedric. To secure Skull. If it means an end to the war, I would give anything, Zarek.
Even sacrificing your own liege.
You haven't been here. You haven't been fighting.
It appears as though you have fought a little too much. It seems to be clouding your judgment.
I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to Zarek. Zarek, make the call. No. Let him go. Send a messenger out to retrieve the sack whenever he's gone. He pushes past Amadeus. Theon kind of turns to you all. Well, that went about how I expected it to.
Oh boy. Could he have even thrown us?
I have an inkling, none of it good.
I really hope it's not bloody when we get it.
What's everyone else doing?
Holding up two birds as he leaves.
Tries to lower Kore's hands to make sure that Skull doesn't see the birds.
He's facing the other way, it's fine.
Take a look at the Cerberus.
It's on fire?
Yeah.
Cerberus stay?
No, the Cerberus is going.
No!
Just want to gauge like the size and like.
Leave the dog.
Ravon, it seems bigger than the first time you saw it in the projection. Albeit that was some time ago.
Noted.
Fuck, says Hildegard. That cunt means business. Aldrich speaks up. Skull is a butcher, a refined general. This is obviously bait.
Could have said it better myself. He seems a little too egotistical.
He's
did
not a
basically
fool. He wouldn't come here and boast without a plan.
did basically just tell us where we could find Cedric. That's pretty suspicious.
Faustius speaks up. Game respects game. I hate the bastard, but he's good at what he does.
I had to incline to agree with you. He does seem to be a little bit more tactful than I gave him than I actually gave him credit for.
I think what he's done is more obvious than we're making it to be out. As he turns, he sees Zarek, who's walking away. He's officially driven the wedge. As he also looks to Amadeus, who is pissed. Corey, you see Amadeus whisper to another soldier, have a patrol follow him. Report back by day's end.
A team trail. Skull?
Yes, it seems.
Okay.
In the meantime. Well, now that that is over and everyone is on edge, I suppose we haven't introduced ourselves. As Aldrich turns to you. Aldrich Estes, Knight of the Blue. Faustius sort of does like the sup nod. Faustius, Knight of the Red. Hildegard Duskstone, Knight of the Purple, no, whatever. So, are we going to talk about that big fuck-off dog that he's got?
It got bigger.
Oh, good. Love that. Love that a lot.
So, like, does he just ride around on that, like, all day? It seems kind of uncomfortable and hot.
Yes, that's something that I noticed. The beast is in fact on fire, and he was more or less unperturbed. That's disturbing.
Hey, Tart.
Hmm.
You may have told us this a while back, and I've probably haven't written it down. Is the Cerberus here in this world kind of the same as standard Cerberus?
In what regard?
Like, guard the gates of hell and all that shit.
You can presume so.
Something under his command, and yet something that could definitely that he could try. You actually ignore me. I had a thought, but it's going away fast.
That's okay. Theon turns to your group. While the two generals go and calm down, I will take a moment to go and speak with Zarek. Why don't the rest of you look around, get to know the camp, and we can discuss our plans at a future time.
Okay.
And there's a bit of a wink.
Theon, I do have to let you know that you and Zarek are definitely invited into the Magnificent Mansion later.
I appreciate that offer. I'll see that Zarek takes you up on it as well. Above game, Is the magnificent mansion a bit of private ground to where you could perhaps inform Zarek as to the betrayal of Amadeus?
Not unless fucking Amadeus can see through demiplanes.
Nodders.
Yeah, so you conjure an extra dimensional dwelling, so it's like a pocket dimension.
Yes, but is that the intention, to get Zarek in there to tell him about Amadeus?
It is now.
Okay. So I thought what the plan was, but instead I've just given you a plan. All right, good to know.
Well, the idea was to give, like, obviously Zarek seems stressed, give him at least a little bit of comfort.
Nodders. As Theon begins, just before Theon begins to walk away, he'll message to you, Corvin, considering you just addressed him. In your mind, you get, I suggest possibly speaking with his Chroma God. They may know more than they're originally letting on, or they might know some about his they may give us evidence we can use against him.
He will reply, "That was the plan the moment I laid eyes on him."
He will nod, and Theon will take his leave. It is now on the wall, you guys and the Chroma Guard.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Well, I guess there's not much we can do at this point. Zark said that, you know, our healing would be appreciated. Could someone, guide us to where the injured are?
I can, says Aldrich.
Oh, thank you. Flit's gonna look back to the rest of the group. Anyone else want to come?
Splitting the party! Let's go!
Don't say that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's actually the thought I had. We pretty much all split off into pairs, and
It would be less suspicious. Above game. Not even like me, like, fucking with you guys. It would be less suspicious if you guys are gonna start looking for shit.
All right, two to one. All of us pair up. 2 people to 1 Chroma Guard. Find a reason to involve them.
I'll go with you.
Oh, thanks, Lily.
As will I, says Diana.
Just 3? Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well, above game, for you, Tart, since NPC and everything, Lily had the idea of being an assistant and being more sneaky about it, while Flit is tending to people.
Mm-hmm. Let me know. You guys also don't have to go with the Chroma Guard. If anyone wants to break off and do something on their own or together, you can do that as well. But Flit just asked where they can find the injured, and Aldrich offered to take them.
okay.
You guys can do whatever you want. This is just the current idea that's been put out to the pasture.
It's not a bad idea, though. 2 of us for every 1 Chroma Guard.
Is it weird that I kind of want to bug Falcius?
Oh, he'll spill the beans just to get you to go away.
Like, it was either him or Hildegard at that point, and I don't know, I'm getting weird vibes from her.
Well, I think at the very least. Oh, Nug.
Dog.
Nug.
He said, Dad, I heard there were dogs up here.
Bork.
Well, you see, Nog, there were 3 dogs, but they were actually 1 dog. I know, it's a
Weird.
very confusing
Holy
concept.
shit.
Weirdly enough, they're all named Spot.
The food bill is very high.
I need to check something. Okay.
You
never
could
mind.
say it. You could say it. There's hell to pay it on the food bill.
Nodders. So I've currently got Flit, Diana, and Lily with Aldrich. There's 2 more members of the Chroma Guard. There's also a whole Mr. Voilier, who seems to be on his own at the moment. In rare form. There's also potential places where you can go to find information. There's also a whole Theon and a whole Zarek.
True.
The choice is yours. I just wish to know what everyone is doing. Partially because I am making note of everything.
So. Oh, I'm sorry, CG, go ahead.
No, I have a suggestion if people are trying to come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone want to inspect the troops?
I do, actually. I want to see how they're holding up in their combat capabilities, and if possible, maybe improve it.
Ron is going to go inspect the troops. Okay. What about Corey? Corey, what are you wanting to do?
Mess with everyone.
Yeah?
Destabilize the military. Bring about anarchy.
Yeah, no shit.
But-
This is the riot she wanted to incite.
But they're in Amadeus' shampoo.
Amadeus does have a quarters if you want to perhaps go infiltrate. Smile.
Give me a second.
Okay. In the meantime, Corvin.
I am so conflicted on what to do.
Okay. Cool.
I kind of want to bug one of the Chroma Guard. But I figured we would talk to Zarek later. Scouting Amadeus sounds like it's going to be a pain in the ass.
If only you had somebody who was a scout. Wild, I know. Wild concept. Currently staring at their icon.
I just realized.
Shifty eyes.
I just realized we're pairing a scout and a force of nature.
I do.
Uh-huh.
Does Amadeus have a horse? Or Chroma Guard have like certain dedicated mounts?
Probably.
I would like to interrogate their mounts and speak with animals.
That's actually brilliant.
Okay, Corey is going to the stables. Got it.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I thought through it 100 different scenarios for this, And interrogating horses was not one of them. All right.
You could say that.
Where were you last night? Punches the horse.
You know, horsing around.
I was eating carrots. I'm sorry. I stole an extra sugar cube.
Where are the oats?
Good cop, bad cop. Talk to us and
Where?
you'll get another sugar cube, or don't talk to us. The blinders come back on.
Oh God, no.
Don't make us put the blinders sock on. They have hoods, and I don't know what the difference is between the hoods and the blinders themselves. What's the difference?
Blinders
tell
only
ya.
go for like sides. I believe the hood does like more.
If only our resident horse girl was here.
Where?
Hmm,
I know.
a fair point.
Hope they tell me okay.
She's too busy
So-
hanging out with her walking, talking Volkswagen. Wait, that's another movie.
Alright, so I have 3 individuals going to see to the wounded. I have Rovan going to inspect the troops. I have Corey going to the stables.
I also have a question. How long has this camp been here?
Well, it's a city, so
Oh, city. Ooh.
you're in the city of Vaca, which has been turned into a militarized camp, technically.
May also interrogate the plants.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
I still need to know what Corvin's doing.
Putting Nair in Amadeus' shampoo.
Tempting, but I'm trying to be as productive as I can be.
It produces dopamine. And anarchy.
See, because I'm paranoid about like going into Amadeus's camp invisible, because if he has been turned into a fiend or devil or demon or whatever, might have true sight and see right through me. It's a paranoia.
Who knows? Smile.
Wait. No, wait. It's probably too late. But could like Corbin like nudge Rovan as Amadeus is leaving to do his divine sense?
If that is allowed, I wouldn't mind.
It has been a minute. High or low, Ravon?
Hi, my boy.
I'm using my new set of glowing dice.
Oh.
Ooh. What color?
It's just a soft yellow light.
Oh, that's nice.
You said high?
Yes.
That is a 9 total. That, unfortunately, you cannot. He's too far gone.
Fair
Oh
enough.
well. We
No for
tried.
next time, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Corvin would like to try to talk to Hildegard Duskstone whenever she's on her own.
Okay.
I've got a bad feeling, and I'm hoping I'm wrong.
Okay. So currently, I've got Flit, Diana, and Lily going to see the wounded with Aldrich. I've got Rovan is going to inspect the troops. Corey is going to go interrogate plants and animals at the stables and just around town. And then Corvin is going to would like to speak one-on-one with Hildegard Duskstone. Is everyone satisfied? Does anyone want to change? Going once. Going twice.
Not particularly, or else I will change my mind 7 different times.
Know that feeling.
Going twice and a half. Okay. Alrighty. Your group breaks off. And with that, as you guys are now officially in the city of Vaco, a part of the war effort, as Cedric hangs in the balance. You guys have 1 week. That is going to be where we end tonight.
Oh boy!
Oh boy, you guys are in it now!
Nothing like starting off with a little intrigue.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys have done this before. You guys did this in Haven. You guys got this. Smile.
Espionage and subterfuge?
Yes.
Or we didn't do that.
See, here's the problem. It's not quite the same because it was originally a whodunit that we had to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know how to
It's
do
a
it.
reverse mystery.
We know how to do. We know who it is, but we need to grab him. Basically, we're following in impressive shoes because we've gone from normal mystery. We are now in an episode of Columbo.
One more thing.
Yes. Yes. But with that said, thank you all for joining us tonight, and welcome to 2024 of Exilia Regalia. This is going to likely be, very, very likely be, the last year of this campaign. So, I hope you guys are excited to see what we've got coming your way. But, with all that being said, we need to go ahead and send it around the horn. Let's go ahead and start with, here. We'll roll. 1 punk.
Oh, damn. I play Ray Hawkore. My name's Punkyard Dog. You all can find me on Twitch, Blue Sky, Instagram, sometimes TikTok. All those things at Punkyard Dog.
I like how
Who
intensely you
next?
had to think about it. Blue
I do. I have
Blue
to be
Sky,
Instagram. Instagram. Where else am I active? I'm just spotty with all my socials, but I'm there at Punkyard Dog. You can find me if you want to follow me.
Yes.
If you ever get tripped up, do you say like Bluegram or Instasky?
Bluegram. I like Bluegram.
Green.
Good. Punker, you good?
Yeah, no, sorry. That stupid audio from the Lego movies just stuck in my brain. It's like you have earth, water, fire, air, and then my power, green.
Oh, I don't remember that.
What is that? Just green. It's also where that Lloyd. It's Lloyd, Dad. No. Lloyd. I named you. One of those Lego movies, and it's really weird that that's where that comes from.
Nodders. Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Pass it to someone. Or do I roll again?
Do you want to roll again? You can
I will.
roll it, or I can throw it to Rovan.
I will roll it again.
Or Jafrosti. Okay, roll.
Alright, that's a 1, so you get to pick.
Joe.
Why?
Damn, get fucked, J. Frost.
It was muted anyway.
That was my secret cap.
Fuck you.
No.
I have a joke to make, but I'll save it for later. Hi,
Hi.
I'm Joe. You know what y'all should be doing? Yeah, y'all on
Tell me
YouTube
this
that I
thing.
definitely fucking know you're there. Hey YouTube, go ahead and like this video because I mean, we had fun. You obviously had fun. You stuck around to the end of the video, so obviously you had to have some form of entertainment. So go ahead, like this video, and while you're there, go ahead and subscribe to this channel because
Subsnurb.
Tar fucking puts up a bunch of kick-ass videos that you guys should definitely watch and consume like it's fucking candy.
The Festive Fantasy final VOD is going up tomorrow.
Exactly, the fucking final VOD for Festive Fantasy is up. It's going to be coming up soon, and you definitely want to watch that.
You sure do. You sure fucking do.
I helped playtest it, and y'all got off easy. Anyway,
We sure
while
did.
you're there,
Yeah, you
while you're
did.
there, go ahead and also ring that bell to get notified whenever that video does come up because YouTube is fucking stupid. Anyway, Tart, roll again, please.
That is a 3. That was going to be you. You get to pick.
Okay, Frost, go. Actually, wait. You know what? No, River, go.
Damn.
No, let Frost go. We're not gonna.
Two
fuck-
people
no.
tonight said, fuck J
You
Frost.
let Frost
Damn,
go.
bro.
Nah, that's fine. I'm good.
No, you.
Nope. Sorry, bro. You're taking it.
I don't want it now.
Too bad.
I don't want it now.
You ordered the
Have
ice cream.
J
Eat
Frost
it.
at home.
Hey, is that a hot potato? Hi, I'm CG. You can find me nowhere. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media. But you can find me on various Good Beans D&D channels, such as twitch.tv/BurnoutBond, where we are part of the Saved by the Spell crew. Our Strixhaven campaign. We got one of our teammates cursed and turned into glass. That's not good. We should probably fix that. You can also find me not this coming Tuesday, but the next Tuesday on this very channel for the return of Rascals and Ravnica, which is coming back after the December hiatus.
Next week.
Yes, I did say next week.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought you said this week. I was like, wait. Because it was going to be this week, and then Jay got sick.
Correct.
Unless he changes his mind.
But planning around next week.
Somewhere in the next 10 days, there will be an episode of Rascals and Ravnica.
Just casually dip into Tart's stream for like 5 minutes, see if anything's happening. And of course, you can find me on this spot right here every single Saturday, where we're going to be doing chicanery, more chicanery, and even more chicanery. That's it for me.
It's time. Hey, can I stop rolling people who have already gone? That was Joe again. Okay. River.
Oh, you're lucky. I'm not going to be an asshole. I have an automaton with batteries now.
Do it.
You can
Why it
find
sound
me-
like me? Oh,
you can find me over at
Jake said in
twitch.tv.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But you can find me over at twitch.tv/WickedRiver97, where I have Minecraft Monday going on tomorrow. I have a server. If you're part of my Discord, you can join the server. You can play Minecraft with me. And I have rules and stuff, so yes. But I do that. I do other things. I'm trying to get back into a schedule. I just had my birthday.
Let's go.
Woo. I'm 27 now. Joy, another year closer to 30. But with that, yeah.
Let's go.
What the fuck?
All right, Jay Frost. You're the only one who hasn't gone.
Twitch, Twitter, JFrost747. Find me here every Monday. Well, not Monday. Blah, fuck. Sundays, Tuesdays, For lovely Rascals and Ravnica, War of the Shattered Sun, every other Saturday for our Save by the Spell campaign, where, as CG pointed out, yes, one of the players just became glass. There's worse things to come. I have had help. Besides that,
File. It wasn't me.
oh no, actually, I have to thank you, Tart. You gave me an idea.
Oh, good.
But
In
yeah,
that case, fuck you. Fuck you, kids. Don't stay in school.
do drugs. Or don't do drugs.
Yeah,
But
fuck you, school children. I shouldn't have
Be
said
gay,
that.
do crimes.
But yeah, that's basically it
Fucking
for
those
me.
school kids like the U.S. government. Let's go.
Yo.
This is going down a weird turn.
What is gun control? Let's go. Anyways,
Let's
Ban guns, not books.
moving on.
I just want a good school lunch, man. Bring back those sausage pizzas.
Bring
They're
back the
awesome.
rectangle pizzas.
Thank you.
y'all got
Bring
regular
back the
pizzas?
really doughy cookies.
Yes, you true, dude.
Yes.
Bro,
Punk
bring
for
back the
president.
fuck- Bro,
I went
bring
to a
back
private-
the baked mac
No.
and cheese.
I went to a private Catholic school. This is mostly alien to me.
Public school. Where's
Performing arts charter school, baby.
Charter school. Ah, damn. Oh, the good shit there.
Music major.
Ah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't
Yeah.
be. It was a fun time.
Okay.
Music is for extroverts. Theater is for introverts.
Bye.
Very strange when you think about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But-
theater was extroverts. But yeah, take it away, Tart.
Hello, it is me, the one and only Pudding Pastry, your humble dumble master for the evening. You have already found me here at twitch.tv/fartingtart. That one. Yeah, I'm sort of kind of vibing at the moment with the holidays and being sick at the moment and everything, and with Bun being here. I haven't been doing a lot of extra streaming, and I'm not going to plan a ton of stuff for like the next 2 weeks. I'm not going to do a ton of stuff for this week, and then next week is GDQ.
Yeah.
And I'm very
Go quick.
excited. So I am going to sort of continue this sort of quote unquote break that I'm on until after GDQ, in which in that event we will sort of be getting kind of sort of back into full swing. So yeah, that's me. For this week, the things I know I have planned. We have the return of Vampire the Masquerade with Nero on Thursday. We've got the return of Borfin Boys proper on Friday. And that's kind of it. That's kind of all I have planned at the moment. Because I don't have a Monday thing anymore. It's kind of wild because we finished Hunting of the Dairy Queen, and now Legacy of the Deal Breakers is going to be moving to Tuesdays. So my Mondays are kind of free at the moment. So I don't know, maybe we'll do something tomorrow. Who fucking knows?
You found the Dairy Queen?
No. I sure didn't.
Aww.
I was very upset about it.
Sadly, all you found was the Burger King.
Yeah. But I'm also sort of resting because I'm still kind of nursing my voice a little bit. Even now, I can kind of feel it getting a bit hoarse after running the session. Because for those who aren't in the know, I recently got sick and it destroyed my voice. Like, I mean, what day is it? So a week ago, last Friday is when it left me. Saturday, I could not talk at all. I could whisper. That was it. So yeah, kind of still nursing that a little bit, but yeah, keep an eye out. You'll see updates from me as well as other stuff. But in the meantime, we need to raid someone.
Red.
Rage.
I got a Jacobs and I got a Brawl.
Jacobs has gone live. What a bitch.
Right?
He's
Hmm.
making maps.
You know, I bet that if we go to Jacob's channel, that might be where the Dairy Queen is hidden at.
Is that the raid message? Where's the Dairy Queen?
Where's the Dairy Queen?
Where's the Dairy Queen, Jack?
Also, go support Jake because he's my roommate and I love him very much. And he's been through a bit of a rough patch recently. He has also just recently gotten over being sick. So, not by me. I didn't give him sick.
You didn't give him sick?
I did not give him sick. Yes. Go kiss him or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Where
No, he's sick.
is the... No, he was sick. He's not
Oh.
sick anymore.
Understandable.
Fucking hell, dude. He's handsome.
Where is the Dairy Queen? And then blah, 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 if you have them. Yes. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all so much. We love you all so much. I'm really excited for what this year is going to bring with this campaign as we approach the end. And what's coming after. Smile.
Ooh.
I'm already planning a lot of shit for campaign 2. Which, spoiler warning, there's going to be campaign 2. So, be on the lookout for that. But,
Woo!
thank you all so much for joining us. We love you all so much. And I hope you have a good start to your 2024. Thank you all so much for being here. And remember, as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, free Palestine. And if no one's told you today, you are loved, you are valid, and most importantly, you matter. We love you all, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya!